So yeah, after college, I worked for a year and a half at Amnesty International, and that's when I was done with my project and I wanted to do something other than human rights. My ex-boss sent me the brochure, and she said I should check it out. And also, I met an ex-fellow, and he told me a little bit about the program, said that it really helped him. So that's when I looked it up and applied. I was really interested in the skill labs because I hadn't kind of done that work before, and I'm a different learner. I don't think it's easy for me to grasp those kind of things, and also the interdisciplinary aspect of it. So I thought it'd be really interesting to, like, say, meet an architect or an engineer and understand how their fields have trained them to like deal with various social and urban issues essentially. So yeah, I was really excited about that and I expected to learn a lot about that. Well, actually, that's kind of interesting because, yeah, I think, see, since I studied law, I think I did learn a lot of like the art subjects, like political science, history, and things like that. And a lot of that did happen during the program. But I think what I'd like to really understand is like the use of like materials and actual materiality of things and how technology would change things and those aspects, which I don't think there was much focus on those things, I guess, for whatever reasons. But that's something I would have liked to learn about. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think people have such a nuanced understanding of urban complexities, and I think it's very interesting to understand process and to rethink concepts and from whichever discipline you belong to rethink those things. And I think in that context, it really happened. I mean, it was really important and it was really interesting. The thing is, I think it was structured really well. I think the intention was really good. But the thing is, I really don't think there was enough time because by the time you were introduced to certain concepts, then I mean, that took two classes and you only had, I think, like five classes. So by the time you actually like escalate to understanding those things at that level and try and understand scale and things like that, you're done. So I think if the program was 9 months, that would have been like better. But I think like the intention to structure it like that, really the flow was great. I mean, I just think you require more time, especially because some things you learn are like really new and you need time to grasp and like then apply it to your field and things like that. Oh, so Yogita and I, another fellow, we're doing our own project and we're trying to understand the Karnataka Gundas Act and basically how the state kind of creates a law to normalize the state of exception, how it creates these categories like from offender to Gunda to actually another name, and how in this way like each category has a legal life of its own and a social life of its own, and how essentially it reproduces structural inequality. So we're trying to understand the discrepancy between the actual intent of the legislation and the working of the legislation and what that does to the people who are detained under the act. I actually like the environment. I really liked IIHS. I feel like it's a really great place to like. I mean, uh, they're really interesting people to meet. I feel like they give you enough space and like it's also very representative. Like my classroom had different people. Some had like great leadership skills. Some people were just quiet and wanted to observe. And I think IIHS really allowed that, not forcing people or putting people into boxes and saying like everybody do this or everybody do that. I think that was a great experience, especially since I come from law school. I think it's helped me in different ways. I think I read differently now. I look at things differently. I think there were electives that really helped me. I mean, when you study things in college, you look at concepts in one way, but I think it actually helps to like break them down and recontextualize them, look at them in the context of the global south, look at them in context of India, different kinds of cities, towns. Essentially, yeah, I think like the understanding, and it's helped me like really look into the nuance of things more than anything. Yeah, I think this is a great opportunity. I mean, I think I worked for 1.5 year after I joined the program. And if you want to shift disciplines, I think it's very important. I mean, this is a really great opportunity to do that, because I think I can do that since now I want to get into public health, and I've kind of like taken that elective, and now I'm interning at the Institute of Public Health. But even if you want to stay in your discipline, I think this really gives you an understanding of process and how you can apply your training to different things. So yeah.